Good afternoon, everyone. It's July 2nd, and it is a hot one today. We're in the middle of a heat wave, so we've been over 100 degrees the past few days, and it's going to continue on until Monday or so, and then we should be cooling down into the 80s, but it's been brutally hot. So I just been making sure to keep my plants watered. We did have a pretty good thunderstorm last night, so that helped. But other than that, I've just been keeping the birds fed and the plants watered. So let's get into another update. I'm gonna put some peanuts out for the blue jays. I already put some out this morning for them, but I'll put some extra out. While I'm over here, I did plant a morning glory right here, and I wanted to go up and around the pole, but what I realized is that a chipmunk or a ground squirrel came by and dug it up, and there's a little hole in here. It's still growing though, so I'm just gonna let it keep going. So let's go over here, check out this. Coming over here to the mugwort. The mugwort's looking pretty good. The Gladys is getting quite big. The orange daylilies are blooming pretty good. I just deadheaded them. The snapdragons down there are starting to look like they're about to bloom again. This orange daylily, the house is looking pretty good right there. Here's another orange daylily, the petunias, and then that lily is looking like it's about to drop its last leaves on it. Coming over here to this side. Now if you come behind here, you kind of see the poison ivy behind there. That's the poison ivy. There's still some other plants in here that I haven't figured out quite yet. These tall ones right here. Give it 1 second. So these tall ones right here, I haven't figured out what they are yet. I'm gonna let them keep growing. They're more than likely more orange daylilies. They're just gonna spread back there. But that's what these ones look like right here. I deadheaded the last of this lily. The petunia down here, the snapdragon, definitely looks like the rabbit's been in here eating up a lot of the violets. That's fine. The columbine's doing good. There's little petunias down there. You could tell with the cardinal plants that we're in a little bit of a drought. They're kind of like a little bit leaning. But they're looking pretty good so far because they're standing up. The irises, the daylilies. These lilies are looking pretty good over here. Same with those cardinals, the violets. These snapdragons are going to start blooming soon again. Coming over here. Japanese maple is looking pretty good right there. The orange daylilies are really tall. And the petunias down there are looking good. The yellow daylily is blooming. The snapdragons, petunia. These petunias over here. And then the cosmos are starting to bloom too. They just started blooming yesterday. And this one will be a marigold right here. That's corn. Iris. The yellow rose right here. There's some new growth happening right there. This lily right here. And then the pink rose over here. Same thing, you can tell a lot of the new growth back here. There's going to be a lot of new blooms happening. So the pink one's looking really good. Coming over here to this Gladys. It's looking pretty big and healthy. The red rose over here is doing the same thing. That's all new growth. There's a bloom over there. And over here, the hostas are doing really good right here. They're right on the verge of blooming. Alright, let's go check on those backyard gardens. So coming back to the grapes in the greenhouse, we'll start with the grapes first like we usually do. Coming over here, the grapes have definitely grown quite a bit. You could see it's starting to definitely reach over here. This bit has filled in quite nicely here on the backside there. So the whole fence is starting to get covered at this point. The orange daylilies right here looking really good. You see all the filled in grape leaves. These are all new ones that started tucking in. All the new leaves. Coming over here to the greenhouse. I've been trimming back a lot on these plants. I noticed that I had some bud rot. I'll show that. So I've been spending the past couple days now since Monday trimming off a lot of it, and you could see like the brown parts. So I've been removing a lot of those and the leaves, like a lot of the dying leaves, and I'm hoping to save what I can, but most of the buds are looking pretty good still. You could see. What I'm looking at on these are the hairs on there. Once the hairs start changing colors is when I'm gonna harvest it. And they're right on the and they're just starting to change color. But this plant, that's how this one's looking. And this one right here. And this guy. So I'll probably harvest these within the next week or so, and I'll probably make a bonus video. I have this guy that it's dying off. I'll make a bonus video when I harvest them. And yeah, they're looking pretty good. The buds are really super sticky. I noticed my scissors I was trying to trim them with are really sticky now. But yeah, let's move on to the garden beds. Coming back here to the garden beds. We still have the empty bed here. I'll start with the blueberries here. The blueberries are looking pretty good. That's one of them. And this one's growing, still growing. The grape is doing pretty good over here. So that's looking pretty good. And the pumpkins over here are starting to stretch out. So that one's looking pretty good. That one's looking pretty good over here. And then this guy over here, after I accidentally broke it last week, right here, it's starting to grow the new vine right here. So it's just, I'm just gonna have it keep going around the back and make its way into that bed. All right, so let's go get that daily dose of duck. And today's duck of the day is the 4th of July duck. Have a good day, everybody, and thanks for watching.